So what is goal motivation conflict? Well, we all know that, and especially if you've attended past webinars, you'll know that characters drive fiction. Readers read to live through the characters. They experience the story through the characters. So GMC is a method of breaking down characters so that you can ensure that they have sufficient depth to drive the story. It's a method that was developed by Debra Dixon in her book of the same name, Goal, Motivation, and Conflict. And since then, it has become so well used and well known by writers that the term GMC is now pretty universal. Okay, so GMC asks the following questions: who, what, why, and why not? Unpacking that a little, the who is the character. What is the character's goal? Why is their motivation for that goal? And why not is the conflict or the obstacles that are preventing them from achieving that goal. And effectively, those 4 questions will give you the entire structure and the entire story, effectively. And this is why I say goal, motivation, and conflict are the pillars that hold up the entire story. So whether you're a plotter or a pantser, even if you don't go, outline a plot before you start writing, if you can just understand these, who your character is, their goal, their motivation, and their conflict, you will have all the ingredients you need to write the book. Let's start with the what, the goal. So we ask ourselves the question, what does your character want? Your main characters need identifiable, believable goals. What makes them identifiable is that they need to be the kind of goals that readers understand, that readers can identify with, that they can feel something for, that they can root for the character to achieve that goal. And they need to be believable. That's where motivation comes in, which we'll discuss a little later. So how do you make the goals identifiable and believable? It's by providing motivation for them. You can actually make any goal believable. So we may not all identify with wanting to rule the world, but if we understand why a character wants it, we might just buy into that. But we all understand goals such as financial security or aiming for success in life, or wanting a relationship, wanting to not be lonely. Those wanting to protect our family. Those are all identifiable goals that people can buy into. The goal is what gives the story direction, purpose, and focus. If your character has a strong purpose and a strong goal that they're aiming for, it'll give the entire story a strong purpose. But you need to make sure that the goal is strong enough to sustain and to carry an entire novel. It'll also give your story direction. It'll stop it from feeling episodic. If you don't have a clear goal for the story, what's going to happen is that you're going to land up with the character just drifting through the story, directionless, just going from incident to incident to incident. And readers tend not to really buy into stories like that. They want to see the character pursuing a strong goal because that will give the entire story a sense of purpose. It'll also help if you know what the character's goal is throughout the entire story. It'll help you to keep focused as you're writing and not to drift off topic. Goals also make the characters proactive. Again, as I say, if your character doesn't have a strong goal to aim for, they're going to feel like they're just drifting through the story, as if the story is happening to them rather than them making the story happen. So if you want your characters to feel proactive, which are generally the kind of characters that readers that appeal most to readers, then you want to make sure that they have a strong goal. Abstract goals should be represented by something tangible, a specific, measurable end result. For example, it's great that your character wants financial security. We understand maybe they want the financial security because they grew up in poverty. It's an identifiable goal, it's a strong goal, but how do we measure that? How can we see a specific end result? Well, you could give your character, for example, a job promotion that they're up for that is going to come with more money, that is going to enable them to finally purchase a house, or maybe if the place that they've been renting is up for sale and they're going to lose out on the lease if they can't buy the house, maybe this is a strong, tangible goal is that they want to be able to afford to buy the house that they're living in. So you want to give a tangible, measurable goal that represents the bigger goal of acceptance. Who do they want to be accepted by? Do they want to be accepted by a loved one, by a parent? Do they want to impress a boss? How are they going to do that? Give them a tangible result. And this is where Hallmark movies are always so good. You know, all those wonderful Christmas movies at this time of year. The characters are usually given a very tangible goal. I watched one recently in which two journalists were sent on an assignment by their boss. They land up in the mythical town of Santa Claus, and the boss puts them in competition with one another, that whoever writes the best article for Christmas will win whatever, I can't remember now what it was, a promotion or a specific role at work, or just having their work published on a specific day. And it was turned into a contest, which gave both characters a very clear goal. They wanted to write the best article and come up with the best article before Christmas. So that's the kind of tangible goal you want to give your characters.